Hey there, it's Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. So today I'm going to be doing something that is very ill-advised. I'm going to be doing a TBR for the reading rush because I don't want to miss out. I've got the FOMO. I can't not do the reading rush. Even though I'm in a reading slump and I've been struggling to read, I just really want to take part. It's such a big community thing. I feel like I'm so missing out if I don't take part in it, so here we are. So the Reading Rush runs from the 20th to the 26th of July, and it's hosted by Ariel Bassett and Raylene LeMay. And yeah, I'm gonna take part, but I'm not gonna be reading 7 books because, I mean, even at my best, that is a struggle really, isn't it? 7 books. It's a hard time. So at the moment I am having much reading slump times, and I basically am struggling to read anything. So if I do actually manage to read this TBR, then I will be really impressed with myself because I am being so sucky at reading right now. Oh well, let me tell you what I'm planning to read. Okay, so this first book that I'm going to talk about actually covers 4 of the challenges, so I'll read out the challenges and then I'll tell you which book it is. Challenge number 1 is to read a book with a cover that matches the colour of your birthstone. Now my birthstone is yellow topaz, which is really weird because for like the entirety of my life I thought it was a green topaz or like blue topaz because those are the 2 colours that I associated topaz with. I never knew it was yellow-ish. Well, it's not really yellow, it's kind of brownish yellow, but like I didn't know it was yellow. And like because November has 2 birthstones in it, it's like citrine as well, and I'm like, this is also yellow, so I felt like yellow topaz is probably more the thing, but topaz sounded more like me than citrine did. So yeah, we're gonna go with yellow topaz. Wow, that was a tangent nobody needed. The second challenge is read a book that starts with the word the. The 4th challenge is to read the first book that you touch, and the 7th challenge is to read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. Now, I definitely went the easy route on this one. Of the 3 books that I'm planning to read, this one fitted the best. Also, it was the first book that I picked on this TBR, so when I was planning this TBR, it was the first book I touched. So we're counting it as that. It may be cheating a little bit, but oops. So the book that I'm planning to read for those 4 challenges is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, if you've been on this channel for long, then you know that I tried to read this months ago, and then I sort of just stopped reading it, and I'm not really sure why. I just put it down, and then didn't pick it back up again. I was really enjoying it. There is literally no reason why I should have put it down, but I did. And yeah, so I am 180 pages into this book. The plan is to just read the rest of it because I want to get through it and I want to carry on with this series because I did really enjoy it. I don't know why I put it down. It's just a very strange thing that I did. But hopefully I can finish it during this readathon. That is the goal. Of the 3 books that I'm going to read, this is the one that I actually want to finish because, well, 1, because it'll get me 4 challenges down, but also because this book has been on my currently reading shelf on Goodreads for way too long. Way too long. So the next book that I'm planning to read covers 2 challenges, and that is challenge number 3, read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen, and challenge number 5, read a book completely outside of your house. So for this one I went the easy way out, and I picked One Punch Man Volume 14. So, not a movie, but a TV show that I have already watched, and I'm working my way through this series, and this is the next one, and I thought, you know, this will be an easy one to read, so that's what I'm planning to do. Also, I'm planning to read this at my parents' house, or in the garden, whichever one works. I mean, I do have hay fever a little bit, so probably best not to do it in the garden. So that leaves 1 prompt that I need to fill a book in for, and it is challenge number 6, read a book in a genre you've always wanted to read more of. So, yeah. So this was a bit difficult for me, because whenever I get a question that is like, of a genre that you want to read more of, I don't tend to pick sci-fi, fantasy, crime thrillers, because those are my 3 go-to things. Even though I do want to read more of them, I feel like it's kind of cheating a little bit too much. So what I did was I picked horror, and I do tend to pick that in questions like this. Now, I don't really have that many horror books, so I have Dr. Sleep, which is sitting over there, and I was like, no, it's too big for your little slumpy brain. You cannot handle it. You cannot. So what I did was I picked a novella, which I have on an ebook, and it's called The Hanover Block by Gregor Zane, and I basically, oh, this was a weird book. And I mean, if you look at the cover, it's a little bit weird. I think it's about these things that appear in these people's back gardens, and then like this book is centered around like the men in the suburban American neighborhood, and then they do like weird, crazy sexual things with this like slab of meat thing. I don't really know. I don't really know very much about it. The second book's about the women, so like also doing things like that. It was very weird sounding, but also vaguely intriguing. So that's why I'm gonna read it. You know, it's just a little bit weird sex books. I guess I end up reading quite a lot, actually, don't I? I mean, I don't know. It says it's only going to take me an hour and 7 minutes to read, so, you know, it's very short, and I feel like I can fit this into my week's TBR and it'll still be okay, so, you know, it's not a bad thing. So there we have it. That is my Reading Rush TBR. It is very misguided of me to even take part in the Reading Rush, especially when I'm so far behind on everything else that I'm doing. But, no one ever said that I was an intelligent lady. I mean, I might have said that a couple times, but we've proven I'm not. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!